as soon as I finished this game, Capture Age, sorry, not Capture Age, but OBS and my game both crashed. So it didn't record my replay. So I guess I'm casting it. Another game is Incas. I've been enjoying playing as them. They're quite the fun civ. I think part of it is it's a change of pace. You know, I've been playing Archer Civ, and I'm finally going for a build where I'm not going for archers, and I'm winning with it, which is the wild part. I played a game yesterday as well that I just got completely crushed though because I shot my boar dead. One of the hard things to learn as another civ besides Mayans is not having loom when you lure your boar. Because I've had loom so long, right, you can take like a ton of hits from your boar, it doesn't even matter. But now, playing as this civ, it's, you know, you don't have loom. Or playing as any other civ in the game except maybe Chinese. Yeah, except Chinese is the only one. So it's hard to learn to lure your boar without loom if it's all you've ever done. Anyway, Hindustanis. I was lucky I chose Incas in this game because Hindustanis is the worst matchup for Mayans, right? Like, you just go Ghulams and you win. There's nothing a Mayans player can do against it. They're even better than Huskarls because Ghulams are faster than Plumed Archers. Right, with Huskarls, your Plumed Archers can outrun the Huskarls. But not the case with Ghulams. I think they're too good for what they give. They have bonus against eagles. They cost less gold than eagles. They don't have to be upgraded with a 400 res upgrade. You know, they have pass-through damage. They do more attack. They're just better than eagles in every way. The only way they're not better is you have to have a castle to produce them. It's the only thing. So, Hindustanis, what do you do here against Incas? You're a camel civ, right? So you're going up an infantry civ, and Hindustanis have their worst matchup against infantry civs. And I see here he's got his scout roaming around. I'm glad I always take the forward boar first, because, you know, that's what happens if you take your back boar. Your opponent's going to run into the one in the front first and try to lame that one. Of course, it's a rhinoceros in this case. We just like to call it a boar in this game, right? And I've also got my deer in a pretty nice place to push. And then this guy, I looked at his profile after. He picks Hindustanis 100% of the time. And good for him. You know, Hindustanis are an overpowered civ. And unless the developers balance it, it's going to remain that way. I just happen to be... their bad matchups are against infantry civs, and I happen to be playing an infantry civ. So my build's a little bit different when I play Incas. At 16 pop, instead of building a gold mine, I am building a mill. Right, because you're going to need more food. Your unique unit costs... it costs food, so you're going to need more food. And it's also just easier to age up, right? You get quicker castle times than if you're going for an archer opening, because you'll have more on food right away. Okay, and also, that extra llama is great. I mean, look at this. We're 6 minutes in and I have 5 sheep still. 2 deer to lure. That llama helps out a bunch. So we're doing alright for ourselves. I've been getting loom. The nice thing about it is you can be a bit flexible, right? The one downside with Mayans was if you're slow to click up to castle or to feudal age, you're just going to be slow, where you have to add another villager. But with other civs, I'm going to hit loom, then I should be ready to click up. Obviously, it's a disadvantage. You're down 1 vil compared to Mayans, which I sort of miss. And another thing that's weird when you're not playing as Mayans is there's like your resources disappear so fast because they last longer as Mayans. So that's been another thing that's been tough to get used to. And then also as Incas, because I get that free llama, I get a lot of scouting done. Like, look how much I've explored here. I think I changed my mind. I think I wanted to lure this last deer. Yeah, I changed my mind here. Okay, so what do you do as Hindustanis? That's what my point was. Last time I played against them, even as Mayans, my opponent went for cav archers. which is maybe not great, but cav archers are the meta, right? Even Hera made a video talking about how cav archers are the unit everybody's going for no matter what civ you have. I disagree. I think cav archers... I think they're a little overpowered, but not really. Like, they're a good unit, for sure, you know? But the skirms do 2 extra damage to them, and they're more expensive. I think it's just better to go with crossbows, because you get the extra range anyway. I personally like them more. So, spoiler, that's what my opponent's going to go for, is cav archers. I mean, what other options do you have? You could go ghulams, which would do alright. Especially knowing, hey, I could be going eagles, and ghulams are actually great against eagles. And I'll argue that point that it's true forever. You know, I think ghulams are just a very powerful unit. Too powerful, probably. Another nice thing about Incas as well is I save some wood so I can get horse collar and double bit axe and place all my military buildings, because you don't have to place as many houses. So that's a nice little boost. I'm thinking I might have to adjust how many I'm putting on wood, because even now I've got, you know, 280 wood. Of course I'm going to start throwing farms down, and I was able to get horse collar before I placed a single farm. But it still might be too many on wood. I do go to 12 on wood, but I might be able to get faster castle times if I delay how many I put on wood. Maybe if I just stick to 9 on wood until like 18 on food, and then I go more on wood. A lot of things to think about. Okay, so I see an archery range here. I'm thinking he's going archers, is my initial thought. And then you'll see now I queue up a skirmisher. I think I might have already queued one up, but I'm queuing up more skirmishers now that I've seen that. And that's good. If we do go to a skirm war, totally fine by me, because my skirmishers are 10% cheaper on food. So it's not a huge saving, but I am saving on food a little bit. Of course, Hindustanis, they save on food when they make villagers. They get a discount on their villagers' food cost. So it's probably 6s. It's probably an even war between us. And he's doing the same thing I'm doing, right? Just, we don't need to go on gold. And then I see these skirms and I know, okay, I don't have to keep producing anymore. I'm going to make this one because I'd already clicked on it. But there's no threat of archers coming and sniping my villagers. Right? He's going skirmishers because he imagines I'm going skirmishers, which is, you know, what most meso civs and most meso players are going to do. They're going to go drush into archers. Just as all the civs. Maybe not as Aztecs. You could see an argument for going for Eagle Scouts. But I think they're just too slow to produce as Mayans and Incas. It's nice to have some so you can tech into, you know, Castle Age Eagle Warriors. But I think it just makes more sense to go archers as any of the meso civs. Or American civs, if you will. Yeah, no horse collar for my opponent. Of course, I don't know that during the game. But I see this wood line here. And I think, okay, maybe this is maybe this is a good place for my skirms, so I'm going to send them out. Because I know my opponent's only got skirms too. And maybe I'll make like 1 or 2 more to defend at home in case. But in any case, this is sort of wide open, so if I do engage here, he is going to have to engage me as well. So if he makes a bunch at home and some more to attack, you know, that's going to cost his Castle Age time. And I've gone to gold now. That's purely so that I can go to Castle Age. And I've had a few mistakes in my previous games. It's still sort of a new build to me. So I do end up floating a lot of food. And then, let's see, has he gone for fletching? He has gone for fletching, right? And we can see that here, and I can click and see. I've got no upgrades, so I think I'll go for armor. And I think that's the better choice with skirmishers. So he's going to be doing 2 + 1 + 3 bonus damage, which is 6. This will take it down to 5, and I'll still be doing 5 as... Actually, I'll be doing 5 damage. It's also cheaper. I save on the gold, and it's basically 6s, right? It's an upgrade that basically puts us at an even playing field. He gets fletching, I get padded armor, but I save 50 gold. So I think it's advantageous to me to just get the armor. That's what you want to do against archers anyway. If you're going skirms, and I'm on stand ground, so I'm just taking some hits. And I don't have fletching. Here's where there's an argument to be made that it's not good. And this guy on stand ground is a problem. I'm focused at home on things. This is bad. Oof. Okay. Good, I saw it. And I believe I switch him off of stand ground here as well. This is just a losing battle, but I want to try to kill this scout if I can. Because I'm more worried about that doing damage than anything else. But yeah, it looks pretty losing, that fight. But it's okay. I'm going to castle 40 seconds faster than he is. And I am going to head over to stone. This watchtower, maybe not worth it. But I figure, hey, my stone's exposed. He's got an army coming forward. It makes sense to build a watchtower and wall it in. I want to make sure I get on my stone because Kamyuks are going to be huge in this matchup. At least I think. At least that was my thought process, but now that I'm thinking about it after the fact, that might not be the case. Right? Like, he can go camels, but that's whatever. I think just in general Kamyuks are a strong unit. I think there'd be an argument to be made that it's a bad decision. Like, a worse decision would just be going heavy on spears and pikes. But Kamyuks are kind of more all-purpose. Especially with their extra range. They're good at killing villagers. They're more generalized than spears, right? They are a gold unit, so of course they're more generalized. This guy should be exploring. And I've not been sure about this either. I mean, this is plenty of wood, but I did pay for it. I should maybe just pull from food as soon as I click up to castle. But yeah, this stone is secure. And we're going to drop a town center on the gold and a town center on wood. That seems to have worked best for me. One on wood, one on gold. You definitely want a town center on wood, because you'll definitely need lots of wood long term, right? Even if you're going for a food-heavy unit, it's nice to have, you know, the ability to build a university and a siege workshop and farms. You'll need plenty of wood. Okay, he's going for bodkin. He's got fletching and bodkin. I, of course, don't know that. Yep, quick to bow saw. Very wise. I get it faster than he does. His res collected is higher. I've got more villagers, though. I seem to be doing something wrong. It might be because my farms are farther away, but I always end up with less res collected than my opponent. Like, I've got a little bit more idle eco, I can see. He probably walled even less than I do, is the thing. And I don't like walling, but this is a pretty full wall. I just happen to have a really nice map. Like, this is super wallable, you know. Very nice map. Crossbow. It feels a little slow to tech into crossbow now. I have to question that decision. Crossbow, right? I mean, you saw I was going skirms. I've obviously got skirm techs. And you're going cav archers as well? It's trying too much, probably. You should go either crossbows or cav archers, but not both. Maybe he changed his mind a little too late. Only one crossbow. He's going all cav archers. I don't know that. I don't know that at all. But I've got quite a villager lead here. Wow. He must not have gone for another TC. I'm just going to check, even though I would just want to show my perspective. Yeah, we're 1 TC here. The thing is, if you are going 1 TC, you got to get attacking. You got to be scouting. He was scouting, it looks like. Let's see what he can see. Looks like he didn't see that this is open. He saw that this is closed. No, he didn't even see that. So his scouting leaves some to be desired. And back to that. There we go. And I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to go forward. I know a siege workshop, I'm going to put that down. I'll need some range, right? So siege workshop's going to accomplish that for me because I'm going Kamyuks. And here's another thing I need to work on. Kamyuks produce so quickly, 10 seconds each, right? In-game seconds, that I'll queue some up. And then I'll forget. Look, I'm idling my castle right now, even though I've got the resources for it. So I should be, you know, queuing them up some more. Light Cav, he's going for everything. Not a lot of focus here. I don't know, crossbow, light cav, and cav archers. Okay, now I see the cav archers. Let's see what I do about that. Well, I start making scorpions. I don't make mangonels because I think scorpions are a better choice against cav archers. You could just micro around mangonels, so scorpions are a better choice for that. And that seems to be the general consensus lately. Everybody's going scorpions against cav archers. I think it makes a lot of sense to go for skirms as well. You get a lot of bonus damage, and you only need 8 bodkin skirms, elite skirms that is, to take down 1 cav archer. So it's very cost efficient as well. I'm surprised I caught that fast. When I was playing the game, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I missed so many units. I lost so much there. It probably would have helped me if I had gotten fletching a little earlier, but it wasn't a huge priority in my mind. Only 2 building this. Scorps are coming home. This guy's just sitting out, just hanging around. Yeah, maybe if I'd had a few more on this, I could have gotten it up. No problem. But he's going to come in here, snipe these guys. Once again, I'm quick to react, though. He does have ballistics, so he's going to get those guys. I'm going to lose a lot of villagers here, it looks like, which is unfortunate. Stop micro. You can tell because he got both sides. But I'm going to make scorpions at home. I threw this down in a panic. This is a bit careless of him. He's losing a few that he shouldn't have to. And we're going to go in here. Let's see, and I've gotten a kill back as well. I just sort of sent them in. I'm really focused here, though, but trying to balance between the two. You see I lose a bunch here because I'm so... my attention's so divided. Okay, we'll just watch here because there's a lot to see. Didn't even know this one was here. Luckily, he's sort of walled in there and stuck. Gotta get more eco kills. Not good by me letting this happen. This all probably could have been prevented with this one town center. But luckily, I've got a scorpion here. A couple scorpions to deal with this. These guys are not accomplishing much of anything because I'm all focused at home. I worry about my economy a little bit more. But yeah, even so, after 18 villagers killed, I still have a 13 villager lead. Yeah, these scorpions are doing a good job taking care of this. And here comes town center number 4. This one will go up. Skirmishers, I don't fear that at all. Those are just the starting ones he made forever ago. Not lined up. It would make sense to maybe pull away and then attack. Yeah, I mean, getting 2 for that, that's good value. Where are these guys going? Where are you guys going? I guess you took care of the skirms. But yeah, I'm just going to force this up now because there's nothing really to threaten me. Okay, Scorp's can handle this. Let's micro this a little better. He's going to lose that. So he lost this whole forward army. So I have a more valuable army as well here. Okay, we're not even going to house him though because he can castles. But yeah, now we're on 5 town centers. And we're queuing up from, looks like all of them basically. Yeah, these Kameyuks just shredded anything mounted. It's amazing. And there we go, forging. We're going to start getting some upgrades on these Kameyuks. We already got the armor. Okay, some eco kills back. That's nice. And mangonels, I'm going to try to get the town center down, so I'm making mangonels. They should do enough damage. But this I'm not sure. I get a lot of kills on the villagers, but I leave these guys exposed to camel raids. Those camels come in. Yeah, once again, I'm just not microing well. Okay, but now let's attack the camels with the Kamyuks. Attack the other things with the Cav Archers with the siege. Okay, this is bad. Let's get that guy out of here. That's the biggest threat. Okay, good. That's taken care of. I'm fighting uphill. He's not microing. Oh, he does microing away, so we're good. Probably okay for me. Now that's funny. I talk about a good value from your palisade gate. These guys are so low. Let's see, one more shot, kill them off. Get one. Now this army's looking kind of weak. This is maybe a bit ambitious after losing all that siege. But now it's all focused in his base now. My base is perfectly fine. Yeah, let's keep firing on him. He throws down a castle too. I should have my second armor, so these guys aren't going to go down too fast. Even to Hindustani camels, which attack twice as fast. There we go, I'm getting back some of these kills I've had on his economy. But the good part about forgetting to make Kamyuks is I've got lots of food and gold, so I'm going up. And I've had a lot on those resources. You see only 16 on wood. Obviously I had not enough, so... Oh yeah, these guys all go to wood now. But yeah, plenty on food, plenty on gold. 113. I'm slowing down my build production. Lots of idle TC because it's not so urgent anymore. Oh, I don't even know how this guy came over here. And there's still a hole there, which I never corrected. I don't know what I'm doing with these guys. A very excellent question. These guys have just been roaming around killing villagers. Did he forget about them? I just sort of left them there and on the attack stance. And they're going about killing everything. Lots of mistakes when you get to castle age at this range, for sure. I mean, look at this. This is so bad by me. But it doesn't matter too much, because I think I've got such a huge lead. Making more vills. And somehow, I've almost killed as many villagers as he has. Where did that even come from? How did that happen? Sloppy by both of us. He's still getting more kills on my economy, though, it looks like. In the meantime, I did snag 3 relics. You can see that I've gotten some gold from it. There goes another unit. But KD's pretty equal, all things considered. I didn't micro these at all. They're just wandering around. It's giving me some sight. Okay, let's try now. I've realized that I only have fletching, so I would have to add 2 to get Bracer in there, and I don't think I've got the time for it. He can just run through as well. But I see that, and I'm going to drop a castle at home. I've got a lot of castles at home now, covering quite a bit of my eco. And let's get masonry to make sure they stay up. Finally, he does something about this. Ah, I've got a higher... I'm doing better killing bills than he is at this point. And losing a house as Incas, who cares? You know, there's so much... You get so much housing from just a few houses. Sloppy all around, though. Sloppy, sloppy all around. A very busy game, to be sure. You know, we're in his base, we're in my base, we're in his base again. Very fun. I really enjoyed this game. It should be winning for me really easily, right? I mean, Incas against Hindustanis is great for Incas. I had some trouble with these trebs, just kind of going all over. But I can spot this now with these trebs because they give so much line of sight. I didn't know there was a castle here until the trebs came out. parked right here. It's like the only spot that's not under fire by a castle. And he is not up to imp yet, so I'm taking this castle for free. Now we should target this one. Another castle. I don't have treadmill crane, I don't think. Oh, there we go, I'm getting it. I want to try to get this up. This would have been better on the hill. It would cover a lot more. But man, 4 castles in my base. I want to be protected. I don't want my eco to be raided at all. And I also thought I had clicked on Heavy Scorpion, which I had not. And you know, Heavy Scorps, I was doing the math against a Bloodlines Cav Archer. You know, 16 is how much damage they'll do with 2 armor, so you're doing 14. You know, like, it's not going to take a lot of shots to kill all the Cav Archers if they run into the Scorpions. This is funny, right? I trap them in here, now you have to go through the castle. Not going to do much because I don't have ballistics, but that's alright. We're getting these for more damage. Won't matter too much against a big bunch. There we go, we're really doing damage now. Let's stick him in. And now we push, right? I took down a castle, I took down the other castle. He's probably focused in here. And I buy stone just so I can get murder holes. That's so silly, right? Murder holes on this one tower. Okay, yeah, you gotta keep all your things together when you have anti-cav units in siege. He's got the mobility. If you keep everything together, it's hard to penetrate in. It would be interesting to see mangonels from him. I think that would really stop me and force me to do something else. And we're grabbing relic number 4, I believe. Don't know where relic 5 is. It's probably over here somewhere. Yeah, there goes his 3rd castle coming down. That's no good by him. I think I valued the Trebs over the Scorpions, but either way, these Kamyuks are doing good. Now, I've got basically all the upgrades I want. I should just go heavy on production. Right now I'm just floating lots of resources, not doing too much with it. Yeah, I should really be pressing here, but instead I'm floating lots of resources. Not training anything. Where's my attention? Here? And I think at this point I also realize I don't have Heavy Scorpion. Yeah, there we go. So we get Heavy Scorpion and Siege Engineers, as well as Arson to attack the town center with the Kamyuks. You can't touch me with these. See, we just patrol here, and if we get the final armor, this is sort of an impenetrable ball, along with the trebuchet. I have not seen this castle. That's funny, I don't even wander into seeing it there. So I don't see that castle at all. But yeah, I think he was just a bit slow to get his other town centers up. We both ended up with nearly identical amounts of Vil kills and unit kills. It's just, I have way more villagers way faster. That's the difference here. Even my army comp could maybe be better against this, right? Kamyuk, Skirm, Onager might be good. Skirms for dealing with the archers, the Cav Archer. I think he gets Bracer, but even so I'll still have more range. Because they're Cav Archers, they have 1 less range, right? So with Bracer they'll have 7, I'll have 8 with Skirms. So that might make sense, but I like Scorpions in the mix. They're fun. They're kind of fun to attack Cav Archers with. Plus I love having Siege Engineers. It really encourages me to go for Siege. Because it's just such a good upgrade. It's crazy. I don't think it costs any gold, and it increases your damage output by so much. Yeah, I'm not sure how much damage we would do as a Heavy Scorpion. Is it just +1? I think there's like extra bonus damage though. Oh no, that's from chemistry. So that's 13 Siege Engineers. Yeah, I'll have to look into that more. But anyway, very fun play with Incas. You can just protect your economy with a bunch of castles since they're so cheap, and then go Kamyuks and Siege and take anything out. The losing civs, the civs Incas have a problem against are infantry civs, right? Which is funny. You would think, oh, Incas have nice infantry, right? They get basically free supplies, an Imperial Age, fully upgraded champions, minus gambesons and supplies, of course, but you don't need those against other infantry civs. And you have slingers to deal with infantry. So it's kind of funny to think their struggle is against infantry civs. I personally just struggle against archer civs. It's funny because I play as archer civs, I just don't know how to deal with them. Obviously you go skirms, add some siege, but I just suck at microing mangonels. It feels like it's hard to manage all of it. Yep, faster to all ages, explored more of the map, researched more relics, more castles, more villagers. It just snowballs, right? As soon as I hit castle earlier, and then I get the town centers down sooner, it sort of ends, snowballs from there.